The joys of being off the day before is when you return back to work and there's no truck. I don't know where my truck is. It's currently 5:15 in the morning. My truck should be here. So I presume that somebody may have used it last night for whatever reason. I think they might have been running short on night shift. They might have had a vehicle down. I've had to use mine because it might have been the only one that was back at the time. Because an agency driver was in yesterday, they might have finished early, and then God knows. But I'm trying to locate the truck at the moment. But other than that, welcome into the channel, folks. Hope you're having a great day so far. And this is, of course, the Life of Darren trucking vlog with no truck. And unfortunately, today we kind of needed to be out the door pretty handed. There's no timed deliveries, so that's good. However, we've got a long drive ahead of us. We've got about a 130-mile drive. Because we're around Newcastle today for 3 drops. Let there be light. Just like magic. I've had a look on today's paperwork and the trailer we're using today is already loaded. However, we need to make sure it's all strapped down, secured. So whilst we're waiting for the truck to come back, we might as well keep ourselves busy, get the trailer ready. So as soon as it comes back, hook up and get off. For today, we've got 17 ton. Yes, that is right, 17 ton. Of the filling for mince pies. And then over at the end we've got some tiles, and yep, you guessed it right, it's our friends at North East Tiles. Nice and tight. A little bit of an update on the truck situation. We managed to locate where the truck is, and unfortunately it's not on site. And as you can see, I'm currently stood by the side of the road, and the reason for me being stood by the side of the road is because I'm waiting for an Uber to come and get me so I can then get our truck and then start our little journey for this morning. The trailer is pretty much nice and secured now, ready, so when I come back, hook up, then we can get straight off. Actually, I need to go to a hub first to collect one pallet, but a hub's only a 5-minute drive, so it's not too bad. And the reason why the truck's not here with me this morning is because it went in for its inspection last night. So I think somewhere down the line there might have been a little bit of miscommunication because we haven't got anybody in at the moment. Well, Tracy, he's just started his shift, but other than that, there's really nobody on site to actually take me from here to get to the truck, which is currently had his inspection done. But at least the inspection's got done. It needs to get done, and a legal requirement, so it's one of them really, isn't it? Just put me back a little bit this morning, not too much overall, it's probably about half hour, because I've been kept busy securing the trailer, so it's not too bad overall. 2 minutes later, arrived over at STC. Luckily it's about 1.5 miles away from our yard, and there she is, the Aphrodite. Inspections all just been done. We're still going around making sure it's nice and road legal, no damage to the side walls of the tyres. Caps are all nice and tight. Go get in here so we can see the tread. Make sure we've got a nice, good tread on the tyres. Lights are all working. Engineer did say there's nothing wrong with it, so we're all good. Only taken 4 minutes to get back. Time is just approaching 6:20. Trailer checks have all been completed. Vehicle checks have all been completed. Load is all nice and secure. Now we just need to make our way over towards the hub so we can get loaded up for the day and then start our little adventure down to Newcastle. A little bit more good news. It seems like one of the jobs has been cancelled overnight, so there's only 2 deliveries we've got today. We've got the first one at Greg's, which is currently 170 miles away. To get there, we're going to go straight up the M6 and then cutting across the A69. And it's just off the A19, I think it is, or the A1 around that way, so I'll have to double check that. And the second job is our friends at the tile place, which we've seen already, so perfect. I know exactly what we're doing. A little bit of a headache for the second job, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. gentle steers now.
Time is just hit 11:30 and I've got 17 pallets coming off at our first delivery point. What we need to do before we start unloading is undo all of these straps, do the curtains back, and then we've got to take off all the ratchet straps as well.
Got one of your straps in there.
Yeah, no worries.
One in there.
Yeah, that's fine, mate, nice one. Just trying to make little piles at the moment, so the guys can start offloading them. And then once I've got all the straps out, I'll then start using a little winder. Get out a little winding gizmo, and then give it a nice little wind. That takes about 5 minutes if that, through all the straps. Why not? Definitely one of the perks about delivering to Greg's. Nice free coffee. Job number 2 is 8 miles away, and we're due to get there for 12:30, so it's only a 15-minute drive from where we are now. Let's get straight out. And the trailer feels a lot lighter now. 17 tons lighter to be exact. On our next delivery point, we'll go be losing another 6 ton when we have the pallets of tiles taken off. I feel like I know this place like the back of my hand now. With any luck, our friends at Northeast Tiles, the car park isn't going to be overly busy for today. I mean, we can only hope, can't we? Because after all, every time we've gone to this place, it's always been busy. It really has. Shunting back and forth all the time. A couple of people have pointed out it would be great if they had some no parking cones where some of the car parks are, especially on that little corner section. I'll show you a little bit later on if it's the first time seeing it. But however, them parking spaces belong to the client next door to the place that we're making the delivery to. So with that being said, we can't exactly ask the client next door to block off their customer parking spaces just so the tile place can have some deliveries. Unfortunately, it is what it is, isn't it? And the way I see it, it's a kind of sink or swim situation, isn't it? You go in there, you take your time, and you just do it nice and slowly. There's no rush. Don't let any cars try and rush you. At the end of the day, you're bigger than the car, so just take your time. And as you've seen last time when I made delivery there, not all car drivers use their common sense, unfortunately. And from time to time you do get them trying to squeeze down your blind side whilst your head is out the window. Which really doesn't help, does it? And it doesn't help there's a play centre in the car park around the corner you got to reverse around. And then the big boulders, and then everything else which just gets in the way. But I do believe making deliveries to these small places, it does make you a better driver. It's like the guys who work for Tesco's, for an example, who deliver to the Tesco Expresses. Because some of the Tesco Express places, they're not exactly ideal, are they? You got cars coming in and out of car parks. I know there's a couple of my subscribers that actually work for Tesco's, so shout out to the Tesco drivers. some of these smaller retail places, they're not ideal for Arctics, but unfortunately, they've got to have stuff delivered. Here we are now, 12:30, bang on. And this is the car park I was talking about. I've got to try and reverse out of all of this, because you can't reverse down due to being a lot of blind reversing. Oh, this looks tricky to drive down, never mind reverse out. Oh, how am I going to get down here? Got that car parked right there. Right, might be a little bit of a tricky one this. When I come out, I might have to shunt it a few times. Why have they parked the car where they have? I might have to have a word with the guy, see if he could come down with his forklift. Absolutely silly that, because I've got no chance of reversing back. If I get through there, I've got no chance of reversing back to get out. It's absolutely silly parking that right there. It's not even a parking space. At least it saves me trying to reverse around this little section. Well, that's where the truck is. I've got no chance of driving through that, never mind trying to reverse around and turn it around all the cars. And off he goes, and sod's law, the blue car's just moved. Just got to keep an eye on the passenger side. Make sure the trailer swing doesn't knock any vehicles that are parked up. Luckily, when you reverse out onto this road, you can see out the passenger side window if there's any cars coming off the main road. And we need to try and park up right over here as well, so we can take a 30-minute break. Just keeping an eye on that lamppost. And that'll do me there. 30-minute break is taken care of, and now we've got a collection to deal with on the way back. 58 miles away, and we're looking at about an hour and 20 minutes to get there. Just off the A1, not too far from Darlington. Unfortunately, we can't exactly see it from where we are at the moment, but on the left-hand side, on the other side of these bushes, is Angel of the North. Pretty cool sculpture. You've never seen it before, worth a Google. Still got 48 miles left to go. Oh, might be able to see it just on the left hand side. Might be able to see the tip of the wing. That's something you don't see getting transported that often. Giant boulders. Got some weight on the back of that trailer. most likely going off to a tile yard, so they can be made into tiles and paving stones. And we're going to be sticking on this road for the A1M and following it down for the next 35 miles, give or take. Overall traffic today has been pretty good. I'm expecting it to be fairly heavy on the way back though, especially around Leeds and Bradford area on the M1. Always gets a little bit heavier around Skelton Lake services, and then around Leeds itself and Bradford on the M62. If we get there for 3 o'clock, get loaded up, leave, I'm going to say about 3:45, because it's going to be a full trailer's worth of whatever it is that we're collecting, not really too sure yet. If we leave for 4 o'clock, after strapping down the pallets, etc., I think we're back at the yard for about 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock, give or take. And that'll be around 13.5 to 14 hours done today. But we're back home, so I'd rather be back home instead of having a night out where possible. We have now departed the A1M southbound, and we're following the A66 currently for another 1 mile going to the sat-nav. And then we've got some fairly tight roads, little country lanes we're going to be going down, but this looks like the best way to actually get to the client. There's going to be a couple of 7-ton weight limits, but they are access only because this is the only way to get to it, unfortunately. Where's the right turn? I think it's just on the other side of this hill, I think. Got some really nice views to the left though. Don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up. Might be too many trees. It looks really nice. Oh, here we are. There's our right turn. You might see it on the way out. I can see the place to the right as well. Perfect timing. Straight across. That's not going to be a nice road to come out of with a really heavy load on. Well, if the roads stay like this, it won't be too bad. Now, according to the sat-nav, it's 8 miles all the way around, or I go through the 7.5 ton weight limit road, which is on the right-hand side, to get to the client, and then it'll be 200 yards. The reason why it's sending me all the way around because it's detecting it's like a weight limit, but it's access only, so we're okay. We can use that one. Checked it before on Google Earth. Had a little walk up and down the road, make sure it was all okay. Oh, real nice view there actually. Farmers are out in the fields doing a bit of cultivating, getting ready for the next harvest. right down. Hedges are quite tall around here, so make sure there's no cars going a little bit too quick. I would absolutely love to live somewhere like this, just in the middle of nowhere, up on top of a hill, nice views all the way around. Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Maybe one day, you never know what's around the corner. Could win the lottery. Again, more nice views dead ahead. And I think this is us here now. Yeah, Low Grange Quarry. Oh, got another car. With any luck, there's going to be a couple of turning points. I mean, not turning points, passing points. Now I'm presuming the quarry is right down at the end where that tipper trucks just came from. Okay, all quarry traffic to the right. They're a little bit full, aren't they? Perfect. Nice big road. I'm going to have a guess it's left where that truck has just come from. Time out. Nice big combine harvester. New Holland. Go wait here a second. I think I'm in the right place. Right, I'm just gonna park it over here for now. Actually, got loading bay there. Alright, so it looks like I'm taking concrete slabs. Arrived here, but very, very dusty indeed. So these boots are gonna go straight into there. Trains are going to be getting put on for the drive home because already it's dirty. I need to give it a brush down, get it cleaned. Well, first of all, let's do the curtains. them. Let's get some of these placed down. Probably gonna need it around there, I reckon. Actually, about there. And then the third one looks off in the middle. Not a bad guess, that with the size. Hello. How are you doing? How are you keeping yourself safe? That's the final one to be loaded. Now I need to strap it all down, make it secure. That should do me. Nice and secure. I've just put our destination in to get back to the yard from where we are now. And we're looking at 122 miles. So a fair drive indeed. And our ETA to get back, it's going to be 7 o'clock. It's currently 4:10. I've got a total of 4 hours and 20 minutes driving time left on the tacho. So let's get this done. Oh, there's that dog again. I was wondering where that dog came from. Must belong to the farm. Alright, stay there, girl. Looks like she's had a wash. Seen somebody walking around with a watering can, one of the gaffers. So I think to give it a little bit of a wash. My word, you should see the dust cloud which is coming from behind. Oh, I've always wanted to have a go on the tractor and the combine harvesters. Always wanted to go on one since I was a little kid. Absolutely love them. One of the fondest memories I have of my dad is my dad used to be a truck driver and I used to go in his truck sometimes, but I was really young, so I don't really have too much memories of that. But before he got ill, he became a mechanic after doing the truck driving. He had his own garage with one of his friends, and some guy came in with a tank. So I remember when I was a kid, literally sat in this little tank. It'd been decommissioned, etc. So it was like safety to do what. Let's just try and see actually what's probably best for him. I'll probably give him a little bit more space actually. So let's reverse back a little bit. Thought there might have been a bit more space on that corner, but it doesn't look like there is. And yeah, as I was saying, this guy bought this old Russian tank in for my dad to do some work on the engine, and I remember driving it around the compound with him. It was great. I must have been about 8 years old. That's why I always say with little man, it's all about making memories, isn't it? Going away in a caravan, doing things together, whether it's DIY around the house or going fishing when he's a little bit older. It's all about making them memories. One of my subscribers, Patrick, he shared a story with me about going out with his grandchildren. And the first thing I said to my wife was, I showed her the comment, I was like, this is what it's all about. For that little day that he described, his grandchildren will remember for the rest of their life having fun, going out with the granddad, etc. And it puts a little smile on me, made me have a little smile. I don't know where I'm going with all this, to be honest with you. I sound like you're getting a bit sentimental here. I'm warm, I know that. It's always saying 16 degrees at the moment, but whew, feels warmer. Ah, that was it, yes. I was saying I wouldn't mind driving a tractor because I've always watched to drive one since I was a kid. A little bit of a segue there, wasn't it? Going from one thing to the other. I really like the old tractors as well. I feel like the older tractors what have been battered and they're all rusted and whatnot. I like the look of them because they've got a bit more of a story to tell, haven't they? Approaching Leeds now, still got 73 miles before we're at our depot. And before I do forget, I was meant to mention it when I was at the quarry. A big congratulations goes by the YouTube handle of Pay Sniper for passing your Class 1 practical today, mate. Congratulations, mate, and I'll see you out on the road. It seems like we've got a few brake lights further down the road.
Maintain safe distance.
That I am trying. That's my co-pilot. She likes to shout at me every so often. I'm hoping it's around where the roadworks are. Or where the A1M meets the M1. Quite a bit of roadworks around that area. Not what I needed. I can't remember if I've said it already, but the time is just about to hit 5:10. Going past Leeds. It's quite expected really, isn't it? Can't move over just yet into lane 1. Just let that car move forward a little bit more. ETA is still saying 7 o'clock. And I spoke to the office already. It's going to be myself taking the stocker that we just collected, the big concrete slabs, and we're delivering it directly to their client over at Crew. I think it's got to be there for about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I think it's going to be about a 5 o'clock start tomorrow. Get on the road for about 5:30, an hour and a bit to get down to Crew, about an hour and a half, traffic included, might be a little bit longer. But if I try and get there for about 7:30, that'll be great. Let's get the engine braking on the go. Try to save a little bit of wear and tear on the brakes. I've got a feeling it might be like this now until we get past Leeds, and I'm going to say near Bradford area. Might clear up in between a little bit, but not too much. Finally arrived on the M62, and I can see more matrix signs up ahead. Down to 60 miles per hour. That's okay, it's not too bad. It's now 5:45 and we're driving past the Leeds junction. To the 653 going towards Leeds Airport. Now if the traffic stays like this, I'll be happy. Currently travelling at 52 miles per hour. And now we've got to go down to 50 because of the Matrix. I think I just jinxed myself by saying how good the traffic is currently being. It's always the way, that, isn't it? Still saying 50. Okay, use the hard shoulder. Now I think these are only travelling about 46 miles per hour because I'm doing 48. And technically it's not classed as undertaking, it's keeping the flow of traffic. If I'm doing 48 and I'm overtaking, they've got to be doing about 46, haven't they? Maybe 44. And here we have it, down to 40. It's getting a little bit heavier now. Might actually be worth moving over. Don't want to get stuck on a hard shouldered lane, because the next junction, I think that will filter off. Yeah, looking at the sign there, it's going to filter off next. Down to 28 miles per hour. Quite possibly coming to a standstill. I'm aboard this traffic, might put the ETA of 7 o'clock getting back to the yard a little bit later. Possibly 7:30. So I need to start keeping an eye on the hours. Make sure I don't go over the 15 hours for the working time. That's a nice Scania. I do apologise, Barry, if you can hear like a little knocking. I've been trying my hardest to try and figure out what it is knocking. I can hear it every so often. It's like when you have a fly in a room, you can't locate the fly, but you know it's there. I don't know if it's the camera, it might be the sat nav. Because the microphone's so good on this new camera, it's picking up on everything. That cannot be a good sign that there's no traffic on the other side of the road. That says to me there's been a road closure. Got to have been a road closure. Oh, it's about to start actually. possibly some debris in the road. I didn't see any accidents. Got a nice view right there as we're coming down from the Saddleworth Moors. Not too far from Rochdale. I've got to admit, when you're driving down this part of the motorway on a winter's evening and the sun starts going down at about 6-7 o'clock, you get an amazing sunset right around here. Nice colours right over there as well, isn't there? All different shades. Got light coming down between the clouds. Get a bit more engine braking on. Not too far now, 28 miles still to go, and if it stays like this, the traffic should be back at the yard for 7 o'clock. 45 minutes still to go. At least when I get back to the yard, all I need to do is park up. I don't have to disconnect the trailer, etc. Sort any paperwork out. So that'll save 10 or 15 minutes. What a lovely view from the office window today. Really nice drive on the way up to Newcastle, up the M6, cutting across the A69, and then this part of the motorway now. It's good. That's one thing I love about this job. Time for the wacky races to start coming into play. Driving past the junction on the M60 for the M61. You get a lot of drivers, a lot, jumping in last minute around here. That sun is bright. And we're just about to depart for the A580 East Lancs Road, and that'll take us directly straight to our yard. And the time now is just gone 6:30. It's been a long day. It really has, it feels like it. And in total, not too far off 400 miles would have been drove today. Around 380, give or take. Got to slow right down on this corner. What is that knocking noise? It keeps coming and going. It's really annoying. Sorry guys if you can hear it. I noticed it yesterday when I was doing the edit as well. And now I've mentioned it, you probably can't stop hearing it. So sorry. 12 miles to go.
Made it back to the yard for 7:10, parked up, and now all I need to do is clock out and go home. So I'm going to call it a day on the video, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.